Hi, this is Gemma from Ajna Wellbeing. Thank you for joining us for this relaxing yoga sequence. Begin in a seated position with your legs crossed. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your head is floating on top. The back of the neck is long. And start to bring your awareness to your breath. Bring the breath lower into your stomach if you can. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Lengthen the spine and begin to walk your hands over, folding over the legs, just until you feel a stretch through the hips. Walk your hands to one side so you feel this lovely stretch through the sides of the body. And as you walk your hands back to the other side, try and anchor the opposite hip down into the mat. So you really feel that stretch through the hips and through the sides of the body. Come back to the center and rolling up. Change legs and we'll repeat the same thing. Begin by elevating the spine before you fold over the legs. Keep taking deep breaths in these positions. Walking the hands to one side, trying to keep both sides of the body extended and long. And now walking the hands back to the other side, reaching them far away from you to feel that lovely stretch. Coming back through the center and now rolling up through the spine. Come into your tabletop position. Your wrists should be placed below your shoulders and your knees below your hips. And we're going to start with a gentle cat-cow. So inhaling as we arch and exhale, curl and push away from the floor. Inhale, draw the chest through the arms, arch, and exhaling, really scooping out. 2 more here. Inhale, warming up the spine. And exhale, curl, push away. 1 more. Inhale into your cow position and exhale into your cat position. Coming back to neutral, we'll tuck the toes and we're going to come into a plank position, beginning to get the abdominal muscles firing. Feel energy going out through your heels and out through the crown of your head. Push away from the floor so that you're not sinking down, and you should have a little dome in your upper back. Start to walk the hands back towards the feet. Have a soft bend in your knees and just hang over your legs so that your chest is touching your thighs. You can take a hold of the backs of your arms and just sway gently, letting everything go, no tension in the neck. From there, release the hands. We're going to do 3 little half lifts, so lengthening the back and folding over. And inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, fold and release. Starting to feel length through the back of the hamstrings. Inhale, exhale, fold all the way over. And walking back into your plank position. Exhale, lower slowly down all the way to the floor. Untuck the toes. Baby cobra, extending the spine, waking up the back muscles. And push yourself back into child's pose, taking the knees slightly wider than the hips. Feeling that lovely stretch out underneath the armpits. Trying to let everything sink down into the mat, like you've got no bones at all. Take a deep breath here and let it all go. Come through your plank position And now reach the heels down towards the floor, lift the hips high and come into your first downward dog. Walk it out, pedal the legs, whatever you need to do in this position. And come to stand to stillness for a moment. Shoulders away from the ears, looking between your feet. Lift the right leg high. Inhale and exhale, squeeze it in towards the nose. We'll do 3 of these. Inhale, reach the leg. Exhale, squeeze it to your nose. Third one, inhale, reaching. Exhale, squeeze and step the foot between the hands. Come into a lunge, place the knee down and untuck the toes. Bring the arms up. Keep the rib cage engaged. Open the arms. And now use the hands to support your sacrum as you bend up and over the hands, opening the heart center towards the ceiling in a lovely back bend. Place the hands on either side of the feet and stretch both legs, folding over, feeling the stretch through the hamstrings. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, go a little bit further over the leg. Try and draw that right hip back and the left one draws forward so we're not twisting. Come into your lunge, place your left leg hand down and twist up towards your right arm, feeling the opening through the chest, energy out through your top hand. Place the hand down, come to the front of your mat and do a little half lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Come all the way up to standing, circle the arms, reach high, little back bend if you wish, swan dive forward over the legs. And one more time, getting even more length. Inhale, exhale, step or jump your choice back into plank and lower down. This time we'll go into upward dog, so bringing your chest through your hands and transitioning slowly back to your downward dog. Try and rotate your inner arms forward and your upper arms down. Left leg comes high, squeeze it in towards your nose. Reaching back and squeezing the knee in towards your nose. One more here. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze and step it between your hands gently. Lowering the knee, untucking the toes and coming up into your lunge without sinking too much yet. Open the arms wide. Come up and over into your back bend without crunching. Opening the heart center and placing the hands down. We stretch both legs and feel that lovely hamstring stretch. Take a deep breath in as we lengthen and exhale, fold, finding a little more length through the spine. Come into your lunge, place your right hand down this time and spiraling up towards your left hand, reaching through and opening the chest. Place your hand down, step to the front of your mat. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, fold all the way over. Circling the arms up to standing. Wrap around the hips. Open the chest, swan dive all the way forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, step or jump back into your high plank and lower down with control. Coming forwards into your upward dog and then a smooth transition back into your down dog. Finding a little bit more length through the heels now, lifting the hips high. Taking a deep inhale and a cleansing exhale. Lifting the right leg high, stepping it in between your hands into a long lunge. Swivel the back foot to a 90-degree angle and windmill the arms into your warrior two. Feel the energy through the fingertips and sink a little bit lower with each breath. Reaching forward to come into your reverse warrior. Stretching back, feeling the stretch through the side of the body. Extend the front leg if you can. And now coming back to your warrior two. Circle the left arm and look underneath the armpit. If you want a bit of an extra stretch, you can bind the arms here, taking hold of the hands and using the hands to spiral your ribcage up towards the ceiling. Turn your right foot parallel and hang over the legs. Lift the hips high. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, lower. If you want an extra stretch here, you can clasp the hands behind you, squeeze the palms together, and let gravity bring the shoulders over, feeling that nice release through the shoulders. Just go as far as you can. Don't push it. Let gravity do the work. And without slingshotting the arms, release. Walking back to your lunge. Stepping the feet together. Inhale, half lift. Lengthen the hamstrings. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circling the arms up. And swan dive again all the way over. Inhale, half lift. Hands to shins. Exhale, fold. Step or jump. Back into your flow. Lowering down with control. Pulling the chest through the arms. Exhale. Coming into down dog. Other side, we lift the left leg high this time. With control, we step in between the hands into your lunge, swiveling that right foot, windmilling the arms. Warrior two. Reaching forward and come into your reverse warrior. Trying not to crunch the spine, keeping length. And getting a little bit of an extra stretch here by stretching the front leg and reaching even further back. Coming back into warrior two. Place your left forearm down. Circle the right arm and spiral the ribcage up towards the ceiling. You have the option here to take the bind and try and spiral even further through the ribcage, sinking down into that lunge if you can. Walking the hands to the center, turn your left leg parallel and hang. Little lift here to get some extra length through the hamstrings. Exhale, keep reaching the hips high. If you like, you can clasp your hands, squeeze the palms together and let gravity just release your shoulders. Slowly and with control, walking back to the front. Into your lunge, stepping the feet together. One more inhale, lengthen, exhale, folding all the way over. Circling the arms, little back bend, lift the chest high, open the heart, and swan dive forward. One more inhale here, lengthening. Exhale, step or jump, back into your high plank. Controlled lower and pull the chest through the arms into your upward facing dog. Lift the hips high, downward facing dog. Good, and take a few deep inhales and exhales here. Step or jump to the top of your mat. Bend the knees and bring the arms forward into a chair pose, sitting back towards your heels. Come into standing, hands in prayer position. Squeeze your right leg in towards your chest. And now take your right toe, your big toe with your right finger, and try to extend the leg in front of you if you can. Bring it to the side, keeping strong through that left leg. Not letting the hips move side to side if you can, and bringing it back to the center. Release the legs and extend it behind you, bringing the arms forward and coming back to standing. Repeat on the other side, squeezing the left leg in. Taking the left big toe with the left index finger, extending in front, trying to keep stability through the right leg as you bring the leg to the side. Bring the leg back to the front. Release, and now swing the leg through with control and reach forward with the hands. Try and keep the toes pointing downwards, not like I did there in that video. Come into a seated position and roll all the way down. Bring your feet close to your buttocks, and we're going to take the lift of the hips, wrapping around the pelvis, feeling like your knees are extending far away from you and not splaying through the rib cage. Roll down sequentially through every vertebrae in the spine. For the second round, we'll do the same thing, but we're going to take the hands clasped underneath the back to get a bit of a stretch through the shoulders. So keep lifting the hips without letting the rib cage splay open. The knees are reaching far away from you. The neck is relaxed, and rolling down through each vertebrae in the spine till you come to a neutral position. If it's in your practice now, you can take a full wheel, so you place your hands next to your ears. You lift the chest and the pelvis, and you come up into your full wheel and get a lovely stretch through the shoulders and through the back. And take a few deep breaths here if you can. If you're not that advanced yet, don't worry, you can either stay where you are or just do one of the chest pelvis lifts again. Come down gently, making sure to tuck the heads. And squeeze the knees in now, letting go of all that tension in the back. You can curl the head in and let it go. Taking both knees over to the left, and reach your right arm out to the side, turn your head to the right, and feel that lovely stretch through the side and that twisting motion in the spine. Try not to have too much tension in these positions. We're beginning our wind down now, so trying to let it all go. Taking the legs over to the right, left arm extends long, head is turned to the left. Inhale and exhale, let it go. Coming back to the center, one more squeeze of the legs. Now we're going to take a few little rolls, just massaging the spine on the ground as you do. And on the third one, try and balance if you can. Find that point on your sitting bones where you can balance, extending the legs long. And keep breathing here. Now we're going to try and lower down so that everything arrives on the floor at the same time. Good work. Take a big inhale, fill your lungs up. And if it's in your practice, now you can take an inversion. I've chosen to do a shoulder stand here. You could also do a headstand or handstand. You can use the wall if you like to help you. But make sure you take a few deep inhales and exhales here. Notice how I'm using my hands to support my spine. Your neck has to be very relaxed, no tension at all. And now just bring the legs over into a plow position, extending the arms long. And last effort of the day, we're going to roll down again with control. And lower the legs slowly, slowly, slowly. And now just take a deep breath, fill yourself up with air and relax. You can stay here in your corpse pose for as long as you want. Now I'm going to get my Ajna mat. I find it's a great time to use the Ajna mat, which is a acupressure mat. And as you can see here, I've just rolled up a towel and I've put it underneath where I like it, in the small of my neck. You could also put the towel underneath your lumbar spine. Depends where you like the pressure the most, but I find it very relaxing to practice my corpse pose on the Ajna mat. You could also lie on your stomach or use it on your legs. It's very versatile, so thank you for joining us, and I hope you enjoyed that yoga sequence.